So there finally seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel for domestically produced uranium in the United States of America. As you can see from the following article, only 6 tons of uranium was domestically mined in the USA, which equates to only 0.03% of domestic need. So unfortunately, given the policies of the last 10 years, America is now dependent on its uranium supply from external parties. And Congress is finally waking up to this fact. To combat this decline in domestic production, a new act has been initiated, one that is extremely bullish to the uranium sector. This act is called Fission for the Future. Now, this act has a number of key points that are extremely positive towards the nuclear industry as a whole. And in this video, we will cover some of those key points. So as you can see, point A is that they will try to increase domestic production. So this is brilliant news for companies such as Energy Fuel or Consolidated Uranium, and one of my dark horses, which is Lameride Energy or Lameride Resources. I think this is very bullish for them, and just bullish as a whole for the uranium sector in the United States of America. Secondly, they will also try to establish more facilities to enrich that uranium. I think this was highlighted with the, let's say, the past mistakes that were made with relying on Russia, and then, you know, with the war and etc. It's really highlighted that need to have a domestic secure enrichment facilities, that they will also be allying with countries that are friendly to the United States. I think that mainly will be Canada, and as you know, Canada has a wealth of resources in the uranium, so companies like Cameco, maybe NextGen, Fission, they're all going to benefit highly from this. In the second page to this act, again, it just highlights the need to increase that domestic supply. But what I really like is point 4 and 5 here. One is the actual to physically address the gaps that they do have in the market at the moment, with not being able to enrich the uranium, not actually being able to mine them themselves just because they kind of disregarded that kind of skill set. And number 5 is very interesting. It is to ensure that in the event of a supply disruption in the nuclear fuel market, a reserve of nuclear fuel is available. I think this act really shows as the light to the end of the tunnel for the domestic production of uranium in America. I also like the point that all of these points and the way they are worded kind of come across to me as someone that understands the current uranium market in America, and also understands what is lacking and what needs to be addressed. So I think this act is really, really positive overall. Now, most of my uranium holdings are in Africa at the moment. Player was Energy Fuels. But with this new act initiated, I feel more positive about some of the uranium mining companies in America. And the one that I'm most interested in is probably Lameride Resources. And I'm most interested in this is just because it is actually the cheapest on a market cap basis. And also that this isn't actually a exploration company, but I think they are a developer because they do have a deposit with around 50 million pounds of uranium, and they are going for less than 100 million market cap. So this one I'm very interested in, and it's based off this act. They're domiciled in America, and they have 50 million pounds of uranium in the heart of America. So they seem very interesting at this point, and that's probably a company I would like to review in a later video.